just going to talk through a few of the benefits that we currently provide. Be aware of what is available and what may be to come. We are really looking at benefits in the next year. It's a big focus of us. Well-being and benefits are high on our agenda to make sure that we are able to offer the best that we can. Appreciate that benefits change over time, and what may have been really good a few years ago may not be quite as good these days, and things like this. Westfield Health. Westfield Health is the qualified counsellors that we have on hand. They're an external company that provide free confidential support for emotional, financial, legal guidance. You can phone them up 24 hours a day, 365 days of the year, and able to get back to speak to somebody quite quickly normally. There have been some times where the support hadn't quite as expected during high times, but that has been rectified by the company, and we generally get very, very good feedback from this use. It was brought in for the tutors. COVID started, and it has been left in place and is everyday benefit for tutors nowadays, as well as core team. So you can have structured counselling sessions. You get, as an employee, up to 6, and if they think you need more, they can request more from our side. They take place either face to face, online, or even over the phone, depending on what you feel most comfortable with. They are a UK-wide company, so they have counsellors all up and down the country that they can come in and give you that face-to-face support. So whether you're Cornwall or North Scotland, there will be somebody within that region that they can help with. There's a new health eHub app on the portal with sort of more of the mental and financial wellbeing challenges that we're coming across these days. They've got a team of trained nurses who can help support in there. So baby and child development, medical or surgical treatments advice, there's stopping smoking support, diet, exercise, free travel advice if you're looking to travel. The My Healthy Advantage app, and use the code WEAs, is there as well, and they're a very good tool. Very, very useful for any sort of discussions or conversations around support. So pension, you are part of one of 2 pension schemes that has been there. So either teachers' pension for tutors, or people's pension for core staff, or those that didn't want teachers' pension. We do run the 2 different pension schemes, and you're all to find which one you're in. Contributions and subsequent benefits will be different depending which one you're in. So how much you put in and how much the company puts in will be different, and the benefits that you may get from this pension might be slightly different. If you're in the teacher's pension or in people's pension, please reach out to those pension providers directly to find out all about it, whether there's different ways or different types of funding that you could use, different pension pots. The pension providers will be able to advise, or you could speak to an independent financial advisor if there's anything else that you may be interested in doing. I'm really sorry, I just need to stop screen sharing 1 second. Apologies about this. Slight problem with my presentation. My apologies about that. I should be able to back on there now. Too far. Cycle to work scheme. I can see Trevor's got a hand up. Is that something important, or can it wait to the end, Trevor? And you're on mute. You're on mute, Trevor. If you talking to me?
Right, can you hear me now?
Yep.
Yeah, it's just about pension schemes, because I'm actually in receipt of occupational pension scheme, and I'm also on the state pension. I don't really want to join another pension scheme. Do I have the possibility to opt out of joining a pension scheme?
Yeah, you can opt out of joining a pension scheme.
Okay, thank you.
Yep. No worries, thanks, Trevor. Additional benefits is Cycle to Work scheme. This has been one that's been in place for a long time. It's not been very well used or well advertised. It's not the greatest scheme that we have, but it's one that can be there depending on criteria. So a salary sacrifice of amount of money for a year. So you get a bike. The company buys the bike and offers you. It's a tax saving. So you basically pay for the bike, but you don't pay the tax on it. More information can be found at the cyclescheme.co.uk. So if you've successfully completed your probationary period and you receive a regular salary payment via the option, and your earnings are greater than the national minimum wage after salary sacrifice, you would be entitled to be able to use this system, use this scheme. If you need more information, the Cycle Scheme website is there, or you can email them directly. Alternatively, you can contact HR at hr.wea.ac.uk. Credit Union, which is a not-for-profit savings and loan cooperative. So we are one of 32 employers that offer the opportunity for staff to pay into this saving direct from salary. So you become a member of the cooperative and you can use sort of their name savings and budget accounts. Money can be withdrawn within 3 days in that savings. So the credit union has no outside shareholders, so it's supported by volunteers. So it has the opportunity to offer low cost flexible loans as well. Apart from the website, which is there, they are getting a bigger presence on social media such as Facebook and Twitter. Lots of information links on there to just find out a little bit more. One of the other options is payroll giving, where you can, if you make, you can make regular payments to charity through your pay. This happens after national insurance, but before tax. So you get the tax relief and they get the tax relief immediately on any deductions. It is there as an option, and you can contact the payroll team at financepayroll.ac.uk who will be able to sort of help with that one. It helps them have secure regular payments to charities, making it more supportive. We have our free annual WEA course. So as a WEA colleague, you've got the opportunity for a free course every year. It can be any course you want, but it can't replace that of a student. So as long as it's not full and we've got availability, then it's something that you should be able to join. As long as it doesn't impact your day-to-day work. So if you've got if you're teaching on a Monday morning and you want to do a course on Monday morning, then we might not be able to offer you that one, but we should be able to find one that works for you. So if you're interested, having a look at all our courses, see what's about, speak to your manager, and then just contact Learn Services to arrange the enrolment. As I said, we are looking at reward and recognition in this year quite notably, and health and wellbeing. We have started setting up these drop-in sessions for individuals, teams, colleagues to really come back and give us your updates and ideas, thoughts about where we can go with both health and wellbeing and reward and recognition. It is high on our agenda, and we really want to make sure we're getting all the ideas and thoughts from people to see what we can put in place. So we've set up, initially we set up 3 of each for reward and 3 for health and wellbeing. Drop-in discussions for an hour. You'll meet with a couple of the HR team to see what the ideas are, what thoughts are, what plans are, and just sort of looking at seeing where we can go. We may be looking to put more in place after these 3, depending on how well these 3 go. If we get good turnout, good coverage, that's great. And then we may put more on in February. Alternatively, if dropping into one of these isn't suitable, you can email hr@wea.ac.uk and give us your thoughts there, and we can collate all of this to really look at what we can do. What time is it? Have we got time for a couple of questions? We've got a couple of minutes, and then we're going to have to move on. I've got a couple of hands up. Linda?
Yeah, two questions just about that last slide that you had up, Joel. Firstly is I mean, I may have missed it, but the purpose of health and well-being, what's the aim of that? And also, I'm not quite sure what reward and recognition actually means. So what's the purpose of those drop-ins, really?
The two aspects of it are sort of mental and health and well-being, physical health and well-being, different aspects of that. So it's absolutely just looking at different ways we can be supporting the staff, the colleagues, the employees of the WEA and beyond in different ways of well-being mainly. So
you're just looking for ideas, is that what you're saying, Joel? So if I've got some ideas then to drop into those sessions?
You can do, yeah, absolutely. It's not ideas, it's conversations. It's looking at places where we may feel that we're not as where we need to be, and other places where we may need to not look at in that sense. So well-being there, and then reward and recognition. Reward and recognition is the sort of the pay and benefits, the all those aspects of it, contracts, how it works. So all those aspects are there. There's lots of different benefits that maybe are there, flexible benefits where different times of year, different years. So somebody may want gym membership and think a corporate gym membership would be a really good idea.
Okay.
Others may want better, more put into their pension. So actually, it's looking at all the options there and see what we can do and seeing where we can go.
Okay, thank you.
Let me see if I can get on the chat. There's quite a bit of chat there. I don't know how many questions we are. We are at 120. Is the next one starting at 120? Is Priya still here?
Yeah, I'm still here. I think Caroline has her hand raised.
Yeah, I just wanted to ask, have I missed something with regards to when these dates were advertised for tutors and staff? Is that something that's been available? Because that's the first I've seen those dates, and some of the dates appear to be tomorrow. So I just wondered where I can promote my tutors to go to be able to access those, because that's quite short notice. But I'm presuming they've been advertised and I must have missed something.
I can answer that. I have stepped in at the very last minute to do this presentation today. The Tracy, who was meant to be doing this, has had to have a personal day. So I don't know whether there have been. I would hope they have been shared at least once prior before Christmas. I can certainly get this information to you because obviously it's part of this presentation, so I can see if we can share this information.
I think if it could go to if it could be, instead of it being passed to ECs to then send on, it'd be good if we could put something in Canvas widely, globally, so that people get that, and an email notification to all or something, because it's the first I've seen it. I'm sure lots of other people have not seen it, and I think it's a shame because you might not put things on in the future thinking it's not been well attended, but in actual fact, if people didn't know it was happening, it's hard to get people there. Thank you, Joel.
No worries. Yeah, I will see what I can do. I'll have a chat with Priya after this today and Justina and see whether we can get that shared somewhere.
May I just suggest we are very short of time and we need to move on to the team talk. So all the questions will be saved, the chat will be saved, and we will answer all the questions after this session in question and answers sheet in writing that will be shared in the tutor training hub after this session. So thank you very much, Joel. Thank you very much for this. And let's join our team meetings now. Thank you.
Thanks.
Thank you.